Hi students, in today's class let's learn the relationship between zeros and coefficients of a polynomial. So let's start with the linear polynomial. So you know p of x is equal to ax plus b is a linear polynomial because the highest power of x here is 1 and here a is the coefficient of x and b is the constant term. All these you have learned. And now you know about the zero of a polynomial. If k is a real number and if you replace the value of x by k and if you get the polynomial value p of k as 0, then you call this k as the zero of that polynomial. So let's replace this value of x by k. So p of k is equal to ak plus b. And now you know if k is a zero of that polynomial and if you substitute that k, you can equate it to 0 because the value of that polynomial will be 0. So ak plus b is equal to 0 and here ak is equal to minus b, k is equal to minus b by a. So here k is the 0 of this polynomial when we substituted for x and b is the constant term of the polynomial and a is the coefficient of x. So you have got the relationship between the 0 and the coefficients. That is, for a linear polynomial, the 0 is related to the coefficient as minus b by a. If you are given a linear polynomial, you can just substitute these values and find out the 0. So let's take an example. So 2x plus 3 is a linear polynomial. So if you want to find the 0 of this polynomial, you know the 0 of the polynomial is minus b by a. Minus b is the constant term. So minus 3 by a. A is the coefficient of x. So minus 3 by 2 is the 0 of this polynomial. That is the relationship between the 0 and the coefficients of a linear polynomial. And you have learned exactly 1 0 is possible for a linear polynomial. So this is the only 0 that is possible for this polynomial. That is 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 3 by 2. So this is the value of x for which the polynomial value will be 0. Now let's see the relationship between the zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. So let the quadratic polynomial be p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a not equal to 0. That is, if a is equal to 0, this term will be gone. So it will not be a quadratic polynomial. So you have to always write this condition, a not equal to 0. Here a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x and c is the constant term. Now you have learned in factor theorem that x minus a is a factor of the polynomial p of x if p of a is equal to 0. P of a equal to 0 means a is the 0 of that polynomial. So if a is the 0 of the polynomial, you can write x minus a as the factor of that polynomial. So here, as it is a quadratic polynomial, you know, it can have maximum of 2 zeros. So let's take the zeros as alpha and beta. These are two Greek letters. As we have taken alpha and beta as the zeros of the polynomial, based on the factor theorem, you can write x minus alpha and x minus beta as the factors of polynomial p of x. So if these are factors, you can write this polynomial as the product of its factors. So p of x can be written as k into x minus alpha into x minus beta. You can write the polynomial in this form, where k is a real number and x minus alpha and x minus beta are the product. Now let us expand this. That is k into x square minus beta x minus alpha x plus alpha beta. So you can write this as k into x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha beta. So p of x is ax square plus bx plus c, and this you can write it as kx square minus k alpha plus beta into x plus k alpha beta. Now when you equate these, you can write the coefficients of x square as a is equal to k. That x square coefficient is a, here it is k. So a equal to k. And when you equate the coefficients of x, you can write b equal to minus k into alpha plus beta, and c is equal to, the constant term is equal to k alpha beta. Now from here you can write the relationship between the zeros and coefficient as b is equal to minus k alpha plus beta, can be written as b is equal to k is a. In terms of coefficients, you can write minus a alpha plus beta. So alpha plus beta can be written as b by minus a, that is minus b by a. And when you relate this, the c is equal to k alpha beta, c is equal to k alpha beta, that is the product of the zeros. You can write it as k is a, so c is equal to a alpha beta. So alpha beta is equal to c by a. Relationship of zeros and coefficients of a quadratic polynomial. So the quadratic polynomial is p of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c. And here if alpha and beta are the zeros of this polynomial, then the sum of the zeros, that is alpha plus beta, is equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square. So you can write the sum of the zeros as minus b by a, and the product of the zeros alpha beta is c by a, that is constant by coefficient of x square. Let's check with an example. P of x is equal to 2x square minus 8x plus 6. So this is a quadratic polynomial. So now we have to factorize this polynomial. We factorize by splitting the middle term. And in splitting the middle term, we take the product of coefficient of x square and then the constant term, that is 2 into 6, that is 12. So we should take two numbers such that when you sum up the numbers, you get it as minus 8, and when you product the numbers, you should get it as 12. So the two numbers that can give you the sum as minus 8 and the product as 12 is minus 6 and minus 2. So if you sum minus 6 plus minus 2, you get it as minus 8, and when you do the product minus 6 into minus 2, you get it as 12. So you split this minus 8x as two terms, that is minus 6x and minus 2x. So you can write it as 2x square minus 6x minus 2x plus 6. So if you sum these two terms, you get minus 8x, and when you do the product of these two terms, you get 12x square. You get the product of these two terms. Now you can take the common factors out. So you can take 2x, x minus 3 and minus 2, x minus 3. So you can write it as 2x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now you can take 2 outside. So 2 into x minus 1 into x minus 3. So this is the factorization of 2x square minus 8x plus 6 by splitting the middle terms. Now you have to check the relationship between the zeros. We have learned if alpha and beta are the zeros of the polynomial, then the sum of the zeros is equal to minus b by a, where b is the coefficient of x and a is the coefficient of x square, and the product of the zeros is equal to c by a, where c is the constant term and a is the coefficient of x square. So let's check the zeros first. So how will you check the zeros? After you have factorized the quadratic polynomial, you equate the polynomial to 0 to get the zeros of this polynomial. So when you equate, you get x minus 1 is equal to 0 and x minus 3 is equal to 0. Here x is equal to 1 is the 0 of the polynomial, and x is equal to 3 is another 0 of the polynomial. That is 1 and 3 are the zeros of this polynomial. Now let's verify the relationship between the zeros and the coefficients. So what is b here? b is equal to minus 8, a is equal to 2 and c is equal to 6. So alpha plus beta is minus b by a, minus of B is minus 8 by A. A is 2. So you get it as this minus and minus will get cancelled. So 8 by 2 is 4. Now if you check alpha beta is equal to C by A, that is 6 by 2, that is equal to 3. Now let's check alpha plus beta. Alpha is equal to 1 and beta is equal to 3. Alpha plus beta is 1 plus 3 and alpha beta is 1 into 3, that is you get it as 4 and here as 3. So when you verify, you can see alpha plus beta is equal to minus B by A and alpha beta is equal to C by A. So in the next class, we will do the exercise questions for this type of problems. Thank you.